Hey there folks, hope you're all doing well. I'm here in Portugal, just south of Lisbon, and it's really just a perfect day here, as it is every day. It's really nice to be able to escape the heat and humidity this time of year in DC. Come here, I mean, this Mediterranean climate, it's just like Southern California. It's really perfection, and just really wanted to make a video of a very special palm here. This is palm growing at my aunt's house, who lives here in Portugal. I have lots of Portuguese family, and so it's really cool to come here. This is the only relative of mine's house that I've been to personally, at least, that has a palm. So it's really special to see. Glad to see that she's planted a palm in her front yard, and quite a beautiful one. Doing really well, as you can see. This beautiful Phoenix canariensis, Canary Island date palm, just magnificent. I mean, you know, one of the the most beautiful palms. In many people's opinions, it's just absolutely stunning, and I mean, the look of this palm is like almost unbeatable. I mean, it is not a tropical species. It's native, as the name implies, to Canary Islands off of Morocco, which are part of Spain, and so it's, you know, the coconuts do grow there, but it's not like tropical. They don't produce fruit, I believe. But yeah, I mean, it's like a Mediterranean climate, but warmer than that of Southern California or here. So it's like an intermediate climate, sort of. I believe it's Mediterranean still, I'm not sure, but it's a pretty warm climate, really nice weather, and so this palm is sort of a very iconic species because it grows in a lot of the regions. Like Mediterranean climates does very well, and it actually grows all the way up into the UK, which is pretty incredible. Ireland, Britain. You see it up there, even in London. These palms grow there, which is amazing. So one of the reasons it's so iconic is that the coconuts are the icons of the tropics. This palm grows in the tropics too, but it'll grow in lots of areas and make a really stunning specimen in places where coconuts and other tropical palms won't. So it's really nice. It's got some good hardiness to it. Obviously, it survives in London, which it doesn't really get DC levels cold in London, but it's just basically the winters are cool and rainy. But it can take some good degree of cold. On the East Coast, the northernmost place you'll really see them longish term is Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, where it juts out to sea, so it's a nice warmer climate there. It's like 8B, something out there at least. So you'll see some good sized specimens about this size there. But here in Portugal, they just absolutely thrive. It's the pretty much ideal climate for them. I mean, we're not that far from the Canary Islands, all things considered. And unfortunately, though, in recent years, the red palm weevil, which I'm not exactly sure where, where it's native to, but it has crept its way up into the Mediterranean, into North Africa, and into much of Europe. And that's really a shame because it attacks certain species of palms. I don't believe it goes for the Washingtonia, but the Canary Island date palms have fallen prey to these invasive weevils, and all over Portugal you'll see just dead Canary Island date palm stumps and dying ones. So as the beetle attacks, you'll start to see the foliage from the top die, so it sort of flattens out the crown. So if you ever want to see if a palm's infested, of course, it'll become infested before you can notice it. So you want to treat your palms, and unfortunately the treatment is not permanent. You have to reapply, but it is a good means of prevention. It works for, I believe, several years at least. But the first thing you want to look at to see if your palm's infected, at least just visually, is the top. If you see new leaves coming out where the spear is, then that means at least it's healthy, or it appears healthy. So that means at least the weevils haven't gotten in there, haven't done too much damage yet. I'm assuming they're not on this palm. I don't know if it's been traded or not, but it's looking great. You got lots of new growth up there, really stunning. But yeah, as I was saying, the Canary Island date palm, it's got that classic graceful look, the way that the leaves go out. And people talk about palms not providing shade. I mean, this thing, as you can see, shades much of the front yard here. This is certainly a palm that provides a lot of shade. That crown is huge. You got dozens of leaves up there, and it's super wide. And just the look of this palm is so iconic. It's one of my favorite species. When I was first getting into palms, I probably would have said this was my favorite species. Now I've learned about, so many other species, and there's still so many that I've never even heard of or seen. So I don't like saying what my favorite palm is, but certainly this is up there, at least for Mediterranean climates, pretty ideal. So, but yeah, if you are in Southern Europe, the Mediterranean, I think it's gotten throughout, sadly, like most of Africa now. Treat your Canary Island date palms against the red palm weevil. Be proactive about this. Don't wait till the weevil infests, because I don't know at which point you can treat them. Once a tree is infested, I don't believe treatment is an option. I believe it's just, you got to cut it down. And there's a similar thing called the South American palm weevil, which is infesting San Diego. It's crept up from South America. It was detected, I think, in 2015 Tijuana, and it's now gotten into San Diego County, maybe even into Orange County. So if you're anywhere near those areas, also treat your palms. It's really unfortunate, and I hope they can be eliminated. But yeah, unfortunately the cities didn't want to take action, didn't want to treat the palms because it was expensive to treat all of them. But the problem is you didn't spend that money treating them. Now you're going to just spend so much more money cutting them down and trying to replace them, and it's just a huge mess, and it's really sad to see. But it's interesting, a lot of areas where you'll see like dead palms that have been killed by the weevil, you'll also see beautiful living palms next to it. Some of them have been treated, obviously, but it's interesting, some of them still persist even without treatment. I don't know if there are some resistant palms or if it just takes a while for the weevil to spread once it's infested a group of palms. I don't know what the case is, but there still are, I'd say even the majority of Canary Island day palms I've seen in Portugal, you'll see stumps and you'll see lots that have been cut down, but I would say the majority still look healthy and good like this. So that's the good news. And yeah, you got these beautiful California fan palms. It's interesting because this climate, at least in winter, it's even a bit cooler than Southern California. So I think coconuts would be a real challenge. If I lived here, I'd probably try one, but like Lisbon, in this area, that'd be a serious zone push. Southern California, you can get away with it with the right care. It's still difficult. Here would be a serious zone push for coconuts. I looked at the winter weather here, and it's cooler than Southern California, but it's interesting. Despite that fact, you'll see a lot more California fan palms than you do in Southern California. Because Southern California, you'll see mostly Mexican fan palms. Here you got a great mix, lots of pure California fan palms. These look pretty darn pure, only green on the petioles. These are pretty pure California fan palms. I'm sure they're not hybridized. You'll see some hybrids, and you'll see lots of Mexican fan palms too, but nice to see these beautiful California fan palms. One of my favorite species. For Mediterranean climates, for dry climates at least, because they do so well. They're extremely hardy in dry climates. They're hardy to like the same climate as DC, just a dry climate like Zone 7, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, really great species. They grow in like a place like Albuquerque, which gets very cold in winter. So great, another tough species for dry climates. Neither of these are tropical species, as I mentioned. Not all palms are tropical, of course. Some of you guys know, some people don't know that. Many people assume that they are, but most palms you'll see here are not tropicals. But when I was in Lisbon, I saw some other nice palms. I saw Kencha palms. Was it a Kencha palm? Yeah, I think it was a Kencha palm. Hoya forestiana. Yeah. There's some huge ones growing there. Those I also don't believe I don't know if they're tropical or subtropical, but really nice to see some big ones there. I wasn't able to get a shot of it because we were driving, but lots of Camarops humilis, which is the only native palm to Portugal and the only native palm to like Western Europe. So that's pretty cool. Some nice ones here. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys this, really special to see. Then you've got this Norfolk Island pine there. These are everywhere here. Super beautiful trees from Norfolk Island. And then this is I don't know if this is a Bari pine or which one, but it's a relative of the Norfolk Island pine. And also they're both in the genus Araucaria, which is the monkey puzzle tree. Is in the same genus, so they're relatives of that. And I saw some beautiful ones in Lisbon as well. So yeah, check this out, folks. Beautiful, beautiful palm. Absolutely stunning in those leaves. To the top of that, probably at least 25 feet. Really tall, really tall. The leaves are so tall, and you've got this shaved trunk here. It's shaved because, obviously provide more space in the garden. But yeah, you can prune these lots of ways. They're called pineapple palms often because the way they're pruned looks like a pineapple, but really nice. And you've got some beautiful aloe here. I don't know which species this is, but you got aloe vera here, which is great for like putting on sunburns and stuff, which I've had to use a couple times. But yeah, it's really nice. And then beautiful cacti here. Beautiful. Lovely. So the amount of stuff you can grow in a Mediterranean climate is pretty unbelievable. One of the best climates for growing a diverse array of plants, from desert, dry climates, a number of tropical species that really do well here. I've seen some nice banyans, some ficus trees, gorgeous. So really great climate. Just want to share that with you folks. Beautiful Phoenix canariensis, Canary Island date palm growing here at my aunt's house in Portugal. Have a good one, folks. Stay tuned and take care.